Good evening, my friends, and welcome back to the next episode of The Swapper. Last time out, well, we were told to go out of an airlock, which was up here, but we went and passed through a little teleporting maze, took ourselves out to here, and, we've got a long-distance teleporter that's going to take us back. We've got some side rooms here, one of which we got furiously stuck on, so we're going to be spending some time on that. However, first of all, as a warm-up, let's go make our way to this room, see if we can get a little warm-up puzzle under our belt. That is not the way we want to go, but let's go for this one. Now, we actually deliberately went to that one at the end of last episode because I foolishly said something along the lines of, oh yeah, smaller puzzles are generally easier because their possibility space is smaller. That was a mistake. Log number 13. Watcher metaphysics. What do watchers know about the weather? With no physical senses with which to perceive the world, we have to ask what constitutes knowledge for a watcher. How do they conceptualize death? What do they know of the physical world? Watchers must have some conception of the natural physical forces which cause them to move in and out of one another's detection range. Such forces may be inexplicable for them, but then the human race has had great success in understanding the physical world beyond its gaze. The Watchers have likely theorized, and they have had rather more time than us to get things right. Okay, what do we got? 2 buttons, which would be fairly trivial to trap a couple of clones in. So that's fine. Can't do it that way. Right. Drop someone here. And drop someone here. Now, okay, there's a drop there. This kind of setup presumably is just to remove clones that you have available to you, right? Because I don't see any other way to put those down that can't interact with the puzzle. So it's almost like no. This is a 3 clone puzzle, not a 5 clone puzzle. So you're gonna drop 2 clones at the door. That kind of vibe, you know. Well, here's a question. If I go here, right, can I make that jump? I totally can make that jump. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a guy here. We're going to go all the way over this way. Because I need to put someone up there, and that's my last clone. Ah, missed it. Right. So, pop one here. We pop one here. There we go. No, do you know what? I need to be this guy. Don't I? But I'm out of clones, so what am I supposed to do here then? I need at least the red one off, but the blue one, I kind of need both of these off, right? Tricky, because how am I getting like There's no block that we can move. Unless it is something sneaky about getting one of these clones through somehow. Like, how's that gonna work? Oops! Yeah, that's... I got bumped on the head a little bit too hard. Like, I don't need these guys from this point. But I don't see any way to get them out of there. So how are you going to solve this puzzle with only 3 clones? Okay, that's just a hole. Nothing interesting in there. How are you going to solve this puzzle with only 3 clones? You can't ping through the red light and you can't place in the blue light. So I think you are going to need both lights down. But you obviously cannot be standing here, and be like here or here, ready to place the clone and ping it. I feel like something like this has got to be something like it, yeah? Oops. Well, immediately failed that one. Maybe something like that, though. Because I could put a clone in that spot now that the blue light is off. Yeah. I don't have much leeway, but it's available. So maybe what I want is let's pop this one here. Yeah. Get you as far onto the platform as possible. Get a clone back. Because that lets me put a clone down here. Ah, no! It's almost it. That's almost it. Maybe. I don't know. Like, something along those lines seems reasonable. I think it's gonna have to be the blue one first, right? Not straight away, hang on. And we want it to be... Yeah, well, it's kind of got to be as far over as possible, yeah? Thing is, there's absolutely no chance that you can get to that button before he's fallen off here. Like, you can do that. But, yeah, not helpful. I mean, the other option is that we can have a guy on here and basically try and do the same thing, but that's... So we put a guy on this switch right here, and you pop a lad like there. And we swap the guy. No, that's not going to help. Yep, that certainly ain't going to help. Just wondering if there's a way to like kill a clone but still activate the switch. There usually is not going to be anything like that, of course. Okay, let's take this puzzle apart a little bit, yeah? Let's take this puzzle apart. We've got a ramp, we've got a platform here, which is only of interest if the purpose is to have someone standing here and they're going to jump over to the button. You can't jump to this platform from down here. But we're going to need to have someone standing here to do that. These buttons are not lined up with each other. Which kind of makes me think that, yes, we are doing this button first. Like, which we can sort of do. But, Like that's pretty basic, but we're out of clones. The other option that I've been experimenting with, of course, gets us a clone up there. But not in a way that... Oh. Yeah, so you know, I kind of liked this strategy, you know, because that seems fairly clever in a way. But obviously we can only place whilst that's available, and what we need is to then be able to go all the way to the left. Wait, hang on, can we get something like, because if we do that now, yeah, that's gonna work. Nice! Very good, wow. Tricky puzzle, that one. Tricky puzzle. Oof. Yeah, I mean, as far as warm-up puzzles go, that one was not messing about at all. We are then back going into here. Now we could come back to this puzzle later, right? Like there's a lot of stuff about like, oh yeah, you know, your long distance fast transports, teleporters, etc, etc. But I think we want to spend a little bit of time in here to try and just work this out a little better. Yeah. So we can place a guy in here, and that allows us. It only allows us to place a guy up here, actually. Because what you then need, you need that to be able to place a guy. It's very similar to the last puzzle, except there's not really any way of killing any of your clones now. Yeah. Which does make things a bit inconvenient. So, what do we need? Well, we can obviously get that out there, and that enables us to literally go and well, yeah, not quite right, because we can go like, so we can place someone like here now. Fine. And that allows us to absorb all of these people. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that was actually alright after all. Wow, we spent a long time on that in the last episode, but hey, sometimes a fresh perspective just gives you exactly what you need, right? Just a little bit of fresh perspective. And actually, having literally just done the last puzzle, I think helped us out a lot in that one. Oh, there's a rock here which we missed. A memory terminal. What? I'm sure we did that memory terminal. Oh, maybe hitting space. It's moved us back literally to before we even did the memory terminal. Yeah, okay. So yes, we've done that now. And that's all this area. So, good on us. We're going out the airlock. So apparently we've got a spacewalk, this. Metaphysics. Oh, and we do have a lift. Right, so this is something we're going to be able to clear later, clearly. I wonder how much of this game takes place on this space station and how much of this takes place on the planet below. Wow, okay. Oh, okay, so we are sort of in a room, but like... But it's like a spacey room. Oh man, yeah, okay, and there's asteroids coming that way. Pew, 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 let's go! We've got no time to waste. Oh, that's what we're trying to get to. I kind of do like the zero gravity physics a little bit. Zero gravity physics, super hard to do. Outer Wilds, of course, did a fairly reasonable one. But, yeah. Maybe I should do a video on the Outer Wilds anti-gravity physics, because there is a kind of... There's a weird correcting factor to it, because when you get close to the planet, it does sort of snap you into the planet's plane, which is almost certainly just a usability thing, rather than a realism thing. Log number 15. Wait, what happened to 14? Oh, we've watched 14 already, fine. Transit order Watcher, sample number 1. Specimen profile. The head Watcher is a vast Watcher specimen, the first to be discovered on Chori 5. It exhibits far more active neurological activity than the rest, seeming to function as a kind of group communications hub. The sample is being relocated to the Mind Science Laboratory, Sector 2, for extended observation following red flagged radiological activity. Transit order. Weight 112 tons. Transit limitations due to extreme weight and dimensions. Sample is unfit for teleport. Transit method 0G. Station exterior. Sample to be towed with guide ropes. Transit route. Research sample containment. Airlock. Station exterior. Airlock. Gravity control. Mind Science Laboratory. 112 tons. That is a pretty reasonably sized rock, but probably not as big as you're thinking. I don't know. How much does rock weigh? I mean, rocks are around about 10 tons per cubic meter. Like, often, maybe even a touch long. I mean, it depends on the density of the rock, obviously. But, obviously, if you've got like a very airy rock, like a pumice or something like that, then it's going to be a lot bigger for the same weight. But yeah, as a general rule of thumb, right, and this is something I picked up from my physics days, water, obviously, 1 ton per cubic meter, yeah? So if you're looking at something like an Olympic-sized swimming pool, you can sort of say, okay, 50 meters that way, 10 or 15 meters that way, it's going to have a certain depth, that's a certain number of meters, therefore it's a certain number of tons. And you can estimate these things very quickly, often without a calculator, which when you're doing stuff like astronomical estimation is a really handy and fast way of thinking about your problems. As a general rule of thumb, basically anything that sinks in water you can roughly estimate to be about 10 tons per cubic meter. It doesn't always work, right? Like gold, for example, is more like 20 tons. I think it's like 22 tons or 24 tons. I think it's 22 tons per cubic meter. And like mercury is like 18 tons, and lead is lighter. I think it's like 16, something like that. And aluminium is a bit lighter. It's about 7 tons per cubic meter. But yeah. But as a general rule of thumb, if you're estimating the weight of something really large that you need to transport, for example, a good rule of thumb is to say it's 10 tons per cubic meter, and if you want to be on the safe side, you obviously then double your estimate, right? So yeah, there we go. There's a fact that I bet you didn't even need or want to know. All right.
You made it. Good show, but we're running out of time. Dennett and we underestimated the Watchers. We have to stop them. Looks like gravity control's inactive. Get it online and come help me here.
Okay. If you're curious as to the sort of things I used to use that kind of estimation for, it was mostly moving equipment around the lab, right? Because, like, if you've got a giant machine, which is, like, yay big, and I'm talking about a machine that you've built yourself, right? I'm not talking about something where you can just read the specs and see how much it weighs, right? I'm talking about, like, a machine that you've built. And because you've been building it piecemeal for, like, 2 years or 3 years or whatever, you've never actually stopped to weigh every single component that's gone in there. You need to put an estimate on it, right? And because if you need to like spec a crane that's going to move it, or you need to spec the floor of the building that it's going to be sitting on, then you kind of need to know, roughly speaking, how much it weighs, and you can sort of work it out from its dimensions. That's that. Come on, why can't I get up there? Oh, okay, I didn't see the blue thing. Pew pew, pew pew. What is this goo here? Well, we need 30 orbs, whatever it is. Ah. Oh. Well, okay. That answers that question, I suppose. Hang on, wait. So I'm actually stuck on the ceiling until I get more. A watcher cannot be ended. A watcher always is. There is only disconnection from the chain. Yeah, unfortunately, if you get into a rock smasher, not sure about that. What is destruction? Is it like being changed? It's a good question. If a watcher becomes two smaller rocks, does it become two separate entities? Is that what they mean by the chain?
You're here. Good. This is the first watcher we ever discovered. The head. It sorts, filters, and distributes the thoughts of every watcher in broadcast range. It also killed the crew. They're like every other living being in that respect. You corner them, and the defense mechanisms kick in. Very effective. Something in the air. We probably have a few hours to live. Unfortunately, these things are practically indestructible. There's no time to jettison them all and nowhere to run. You're going to have to engage it with a swapper device and take control. Once the watcher mind is in your body, it'll be harmless. Once you're in there, just try to keep it together until I can come and pull you out. I'd wish you luck, but honestly, it should be straightforward enough.
What kind of nonsense is this? You need to discuss this plan a little bit. You need to discuss this plan a little bit more thoroughly with me before we just
get away from that thing. That isn't going to work. There's only one way to do this, and it's mine.
Did the Watcher just take her over? Okay. The Watcher head is a giant humanoid head. That I was not expecting. I thought it was kind of a little bit interesting and eerie that the Watchers were literally rocks. If it's going to be like, oh yeah, you know, they're like humanoids or from the future or something, and it's like, I don't know. Why do they look like humans? Maybe there's a good reason. Okay. Log number 16, Ethics of Brain Science. Dr. Chalmers. The brain specimens are donated by terminal patients and kept alive in a nutrient-rich gel. We offer them life. They allow us to learn from them. Dr. Dennett. Dr. Chalmers is quite aware of the existing ban on testing the swapper device between crew members and is seeking to circumvent it by testing on people who cannot complain. The doctor is practicing consensual slavery. Dr. Chalmers, I am practicing the prolonging of life for a good cause. You would make the same choice in their situation. Dr. Dennett, you don't know enough about that device to make any such claim. None of your theories account for the empirical evidence. Some of them break the law of conservation of energy. Dr. Chalmers says, yet, with no amount of physical explanation can you communicate to me what it's like to see red, to feel pain, or to be afraid of death. Why, if all we are is nuts and bolts, we may as well consider the computer alive. Your account is missing the magic, and when the cards are down, mine is simply easier to believe. I have a suspicion that you're both wrong. Are we safe? Has the other mind changed again? Are some of the crew members rocks? Weird question, but, you know. Okay, looks like we're going down here. So we cannot get into here. There's a console there. Memory terminal, but yeah, we are just going down. Going down.
Extrapolating from your behavior thus far, I can only conclude that you're hopelessly deranged. Very well. Head towards control. I'll see if I can't come up with some common ground.
I mean, like, I don't know what... yeah, I don't know what you've been watching, but I've been being totally normal. Oh, do you know what? I can't remember what these rooms are, but okay, so we couldn't get in there before or something. So we've got a mysterious rock sample right here. Are we going home? We have a teleporter. No, that teleporter's malfunctioning. We've got an inlet on this side that we can't get in from. Right, we can't zap over to there anyway, so we are going this way. But oh, we can't get out of here either. So fine, I guess we're just going down. We're going up. So we can't go that way? Where have we ended up now? Oh, going all the way up here. I've got to assume that most of this game is taking place on this space station then.
Well, I had hoped to reason with you, but trusting others to see sense is how we ended up like this. No, I won't ask you to examine the evidence and pick a side, only that you act in your own self-interest. I am going to land this station on the planet below. Unless you detach the solar panels first, Theseus will be destroyed.
Well, that's a bit of a fait accompli, isn't it? But I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just following the path. You know, I'm just following the path. Does it understand yet? I do not believe so. Well, solar panel maintenance modules. We've got an environment that is totally different here, don't we? Where? What? Hang on. Okay, we've ended up sideways. Yeah, right, we've ended up sideways. The gravity's going in a different direction here. Fine.
Now, you're looking for 3 solar maintenance modules. There should be one for each of the major control installations. I'm headed back to command. Have the panels detached by the time I get there.
Wow, so demanding. That one? Where are we going? Okay, we can't reverse it into that direction, so I guess the best we've got is just like land it on the floor here. Ah, no, we can totally do it. Right, because what we're going to do is we're going to grab this and we're going to go whoosh. And now we can read this. Log 17, Control Crew Bulletin, Watcher Sample Number 1, Important Operational Information. Watcher Sample Number 1 was recently relocated to the Mind Science Laboratory. Access via the command deck is strictly limited to senior personnel. Control facilities and crew should be unaffected by the specimen's proximity. However, we understand concerns have been raised and seek to address these now. Sample number 1 is colloquially referred to as the Head Watcher, because he's actually shaped like a head, not because he's the head of anything. In virtue of its unique physical appearance, and at present the research item has no robust explanation for it. Current theories are focused on the possibility of an extinct humanoid species native to Chori 5, which may have carved the features into the rock tens of thousands of years ago. Whilst it is true that tests so far have indicated that sample number 1 plays a different role in the Watcher hierarchy compared to the smaller specimens, claims that it possesses greater intelligence or otherwise poses a threat remain unsubstantiated. Okay, so yes, we have gone and got everything we need there. So that is asteroid excavation, or we can go up here. Go on then, asteroid excavation. Oh, we need 66 orbs to get through that one. Well, that's not happening for a little while. But to be fair, every orb is now worth 3 orbs. So, you know. And maybe as the difficulty increases, orbs will actually continue to be worth more and more as well. There is entirely that possibility. Okay, what have we got here? Okay, another big area. We have a teleporter there. We've got a thing to look at in there. So... no, we're literally just falling right now. Oh, no, we're going too fast. We're just going too fast to be able to realistically do very much at all. Maybe we want to climb this old school. Well, that says no entry, so we've definitely got to go in there. This one wants 48 orbs, does it? And we're upside down, but we can... oof, that was a little bit close. But yeah, 48 orbs, but unfortunately we do not have... but that also says solar panel release. Well, how many solar panels have we got to do? Right. Okay, so we can get between here and here easily enough. Well, that's nice. Yeah, what we need to do is jump off here, because we need to make sure that our main person...
We took the Watchers from their home. We pushed them. They fought back. Return them to the planet. End the fight. Oh, hell, you don't know the first thing about that device she's brandishing so nonchalantly. Why am I even bothering?
Yeah, I'm getting more and more convinced that we are literally a clone of the person who is trying to talk to us. Because, like, who else would we even be, to be honest? Okay, and now we've got 2 more spots to look at. So we've got satellite access, very nice. And another teleporter. Well, that's excellent. The head hears me and I hear it. We sing together, all of us, to remind us of the great chain of before. And what is this? It's a tiny teleporter, which is literally going to teleport us off the station. Well, okay, but yeah, we are in a well, we're in a dead-end room. Something has changed. You have a new trajectory. Will we rejoin the Great Chain? What? The rock changed what it had to say. It's never done that before.
People don't like to hear that the soul is merely an array of chemical signals, that what it's like to be you is just the byproduct of a very powerful computer. I say that if you explain a magic trick by reference to magic, you've not explained a damn thing.
Unless it's real magic. Okay, well, let's get ourselves into a puzzle room. Oh, look at how many orbs that orb is worth. Excellent. However, my friends, before we start making a start on this area, I'm afraid we are out of time for our episode today. Thank you very much for watching and continuing to watch this blind playthrough of The Swapper. I almost called it The Watcher there, but it's not The Watcher at all. The Swapper. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will see you soon. Have a great rest of your week. Bye for now.